Hey guys, is bleaching knots on your wig feel scary, especially when it's not something that you're used to doing? No worries, I got you with this easy peasy lemon squeezy beginner way on how to bleach your knots. Let's go. What's up guys? We're gonna bleach the knots today on this beautiful pixie cut wig. But first, before we get started, let's say hi to Max. Hey Max, what's going on? I know it's been a while since YouTube seen him. Say hey. Hey. Yeah, so this pixie cut wig I got is fabulous. The quality is amazing. It's by Nicey Hair or Nicey Hair, N-I-C-Y. I will put the link in the description below. Let's start with what we're gonna use for this wig. We're gonna need some gloves. You're gonna want to use gloves, otherwise you might possibly burn your fingers with the bleach. It feels weird, it tingles. You don't want that. So I'm using L'Oreal Quick Blue. It's extra strength. Any type of bleach will do. Honestly, you just need some bleach, and I'm gonna go in with 30 Developer. And you're going to need a bowl and a brush, which is going to help you spread and mix everything out. Simple, easy. You can use a spoon if you want. And Shimmer Lights shampoo, which is great because it neutralizes the color of the lace and everything. And you're going to need like a wig head. It could be foam, it could be cloth, it could be whatever. A ball, something that you can just lay it out. And then the purple conditioner, which is totally optional, but I have both, so why not use both? And then you're going to use some T-pins to secure the wig. And then just like the table, the head holder. You're also going to need like the freezing spray or any type of hairspray is fine too, don't have to be specific. And then a brush because we're going to move the hair out the way with the brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and secure the wig head onto like the little table stand and make sure that's all set up and ready to go. Most people use 40 Developer. 40 Developer is just as great. 30 works just as fine as well. The difference between the developers is that some process faster than others. But 30 is what I have today. I thought I had 40. So we're just going to go with 30. Either way, the wig, the knots are going to get bleached. It's going to be a great time. Okay, so now I'm just going to prepare my wig by just brushing it back. We're just going to brush the whole thing back. And then I use hairspray to secure all of the loose hairs because we do not want any extra strands getting bleached where it should not be bleached. We want the knots bleached, not the strands. So by doing this, the hairspray just kind of holds everything in place and secures the hair from the excess hair from, mixing with the bleach. Pretty standard. You don't have to do this step, but this is a super duper beginner way. It just helps ensure that you do not have any loose strands. So if you do not want to do this step, totally optional. This is how I do it, especially if you want to do this in a beginner friendly way. To each his own. So now that the wig is prepped, I'm going to slide it up. You want to make sure you're sliding the wig upwards in the direction of where the hair is flowing because you want the hair to all stay down in the same direction out of the way. So I'm turning it around so you guys can see what I did. I just made sure I pulled it down. You want the hair to all move in the same direction that it's flowing. Yep. Tighten it, pull it tight and down, tight and down. And then you're going to secure that wig with your T-pins. Okay, next I'm gonna go on my gloves. It could be latex, it could be like these little gloves they give you when you eat crab legs, whatever. Something just to protect your fingers, honey. Now, again, you don't have to use gloves, but I promote safety on this channel only. I would never try to tell y'all to hurt yourself. I have not used gloves before, and it just burned my fingers slightly. It's definitely not a medical emergency. You will survive it, but again, I promote safety on this channel. What safety? So I put my gloves on, I'm going in with my little blue scoop, and I'm going to use maybe 1 to 2 scoops of powder because we're going to make like a thick pasty consistency. The goal is to make it thick but like spreadable and like moist, but you don't want it runny and droopy because that's how the bleach runs into the rest of the wig and you have problems. So you want to make sure, again, you're making a thick, creamy consistency. No running. No running. So I'm coming in now with my developer. Again, we want a thick consistency, creamy consistency, maybe like a lotion you're looking for. Exactly like a lotion you're looking for, but not too dry, not too runny, because runny is problem. I would rather have it, you want to start off as slow as you can with as little as you can, because if you make it too runny in the beginning, you're just going to have to add more more of the bleach, and then you're going to have too much bleach. But if you start it off a little dry in the beginning, it's easy for you to just, maneuver it. I think I need a little bit more because as you see, I'm doing a 13x4 frontal. So I'm going to put a little bit more powder in, and I'm going to follow up with a little bit more of the developer again to get that creamy consistency. When I feel it's just right, I'm going to go ahead and smear it. Now it doesn't matter which direction you start in. I'm smearing it on or pasting it on very lightly. Not pushing too much pressure onto it, but pushing just enough that it actually gets into the knots. Now I'm going to set my timer for 8 minutes. Keep in mind that lighting and heat also goes into play with how long it takes to develop your bleach onto your frontal. So I do have my lights on in the background, and it's like fairly room temperature. So I left it on for 8 minutes, and now I'm coming back. And I'm just going to take a peek. And again, this is a very beginner way. I just want to take a peek. Alright, so you see me lifting the top off the Maybach. I'm just looking to see what it's hitting for. So I'm looking at it. I don't think it's quite developed yet. The knots can definitely be a little lighter. So I just softly closed it on back. I closed it soft. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put my T-pins back on. And I'm going to set the timer again for another 7-8 minutes. You feel me? We could work in increments. Again, very beginner level. Go slow. Okay, so I rinsed out the bleach. And you want to make sure you rinse it really well. I still have a few clumps inside of the wig itself, but no worries. That's what we have the purple shampoo for. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze a generous amount of the purple shampoo onto the lace and on, I guess, to the rest of the wig, and just massage it just gently. You don't want to knot the wig up. It's not that serious. The point of the purple shampoo is just to take all of the bleach residue out and neutralize the color of the lace and the brassiness of the bleach by giving it a nice purple color. That should just tone everything out and even it. and set my timer for 5 minutes, and I let the purple shampoo do its work. So 5 minutes have went by. The purple shampoo has definitely done its work. It took the brassiness out of the lace, and it definitely neutralized and cleaned the wig free of the bleach residue. So I'm just going to go ahead and rinse that off. Now this step is totally and completely optional. I do have the purple conditioner that I found from the hair store a long time ago. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to condition the entire wig and the lace with the purple conditioner, which also does the same thing as the shampoo, which neutralizes the color of the lace, and then it just puts the moisture back into the hair. You can absolutely positively do this with any conditioner that you feel like it, or you can skip this step altogether if you don't want to. It's totally up to you guys. This is just how I do it. Now I'm going to let that sit in the conditioner for about 4 minutes, and then I'll rinse it out and we'll get started. Jeez Louise, longest 4 minutes of my life. Could not wait to see the finished result of this wig. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse all of the conditioner out. The hair is so soft, it smells so good. I do recommend conditioning your wigs after this process. If you don't want to, again, you don't have to, but it just gives it an extra touch, and it, you know, makes the wig look a little bit more human, soft to the touch, smells great. Nothing but benefits. The wig looks amazing. I do see just a little bit of like the bleach that possibly ran through on some parts of the wig, but it's not major to me. If you ever run into that problem, no matter how slow you went, you can go ahead and use mascara and just cover that up, or you can go ahead with black dye and you can just lightly brush in to, you know, clean up the bleach part. But because it's so close to the edges, I don't mind. I am a black girl, a person of color, so it doesn't matter. To me, it blends in perfectly with my scalp, and you'll see it at the end when I post the picture. And this is the finished look. I told you guys that the little pieces that were bleached was fine by me because it blended in perfectly with my scalp. I'm loving this style. I love the way it looks. And if this video helped you, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and tell everybody you know about me in this channel. Bye!